Hi, this is a video response to Kelly from the Truth in Story about the 10 pieces of my soul decks. I've been wanting to do that, I think, for 2 weeks or so. I've been so busy, but here I am. Now, when we talk about soul, it's very hard to define. So, the first thing I did was to look on the dictionary for the different meanings of this word. And one that I found that I really liked was the animating principle, the essential element or part of something. And this is what these tarot I'm about to show you do. They are part of me, they show a part of me, they resonate with me, and I resonate with them. Now, there's one that's above all the others because it's such a multi-function deck that, let me grab it, that it's number one. The others are in no particular order. But if I had to keep one deck in my life, it would be this one, and it's the Aura-Soma Tarot by Pamela Matthews. It's being discontinued, so it's the one with the bottle backs. So I don't know if there's even any copies left of it at all. I'm just going to take a small pile because it's a big tarot. I don't know, 107, I think, cards or something. So I've had it for many, many years and I'm still learning. That's how crazy it is with this tarot deck. Now you see the Emperor is not just the Emperor. The colors reflect the bottles that are at the back. The bottles are part of a whole system of Aura-Soma. They're made of oil, water, herbs, crystals, energy, and I'm sure I'm missing a lot. Now you can read on the bottles for soul, spirit, health, state of mind, anything, the body, anything, and you can read the cards. So it's just a very comprehensive system. Now, what I do like about it too is that there are archangels, ascended masters, all the souls are ascended masters, all the extra cards are, as you can see, archangels. I don't know what else to say. It's just I love colors. You can read this. You can have this deck to contact your archangels, your guides. You can do it as a normal tarot reading. See, the Ace of Wands is really an Ace of Wands, but but with the colors, with the bottles, with all different drawings on it. You have two sets of majors in it too. You have the major arcanas like in any other tarot, and you've got the major arcana return, which means they've been realized, the soul has been realized. So you can read with them like for past lives or your life mission. Maybe your life mission is to realize your potential for, I don't know, like if you pick the magician realize return, it means you're realizing all your potential, all your tools, you know how to use them, you come back with that knowledge. um, you can contact Lady Nada, for example. I mean, it's just endless. You can do healing, you can buy the bottle itself and do healing with it and do massages with it, and yeah. It's that. It's a one-off. I mean, there's no others. I have the first Aura-Soma tarot too, and I love it too as much. So if they do a third version, I will buy the third version and love it. It's of course it's a system, but beyond that, it's so complete that you can learn all the topics you want to learn with it. So that's my top from the 10 pieces of my soul. Now, really in no particular order, really, none at all. But the second one is the first tarot that when I saw it, I could not leave the room without it. That's the Elemental Tarot. And this talks to my quirky side of the soul, shall I say. I've got nowhere to put them. It's first of all, the art really brought me in, but then it just talks to me. This deck, I resonate with it, and it's very far removed from the Rider-Waite or any other system for that matter. But I'm able to read with it. It's like it's in my language, you see? That's what it means to your soul deck. It's your language. So it doesn't mean you get it straight away. It means that when you look at it, you know you're on the same vibe, that and it will take you even further and higher. And that's how a deck should be. If if the deck is just another version of one you've got, it's pretty okay. Well, why not? But I mean, this is not the point, is it? So, so this is really on the elements, but it's a normal tarot. And I prefer tarot on the elements, I must say, than the swords, cups. But I like them too. But there's all different levels on each card that you can read. You see, it's like an ascension of events. You get the root, you get the cause, you got the influences on each card. That's what I feel like anyway. Plus there's what can I show you? Yeah, I've got to find a minor. Yeah, there's the Egyptian writing here. I like that too. So really, that's a close to number one, I must say. Then, one that surprised me is the Raven's Prophecy. It's not the self-published one, but I like it so much. This goes to the raw message straight away. It's simple, there's no fluff, it goes directly to the message. It's very earthy, I would even say underneath the earth sometimes. You don't need witchy pointy hats to be in connection with below. But when I mean below, I don't mean evil. I mean the darker side of things. They don't have to be evil, they're just darker. To me. The Three of Wands could be a beautiful island with, the sun and all that. No, it's dark. It's the dark side of it. This stops your path. The trees stop your path. Maybe the crow is, the raven, sorry, is giving you a message here. You just need to get into the cards. So by being so simple, it's also extremely powerful and it talks to me. And this is one of the darkest decks I've got. Because I'm not very earthy, I'm not really dark, but I need it. See, it's a deck I really need. I need to look at myself in a mirror here. And funny enough, I picked that card today for another matter. The one with the hand looking at the mirror. So, then, this one you can find anywhere. Obviously, the first two, it's difficult, but You can still see them around. There are some I've never seen for sale yet, but you can get copies, I'm sure. Then the next one that is so far removed from everything I like normally, I'm more into Egyptian. If we talk about Pantheon, let's say, I would go more towards Egypt. That's where I understand more what's happening there. But I bought the Tarot of the Sacred Feminine by Lo Scarabeo because I can't remember who presented it. It's probably Elise. And there was something about, I saw something when she was talking about it that resonated with me, and I thought this could be really a good deck for me. But at the same time, mythology, I have no idea about mythology, but I still got it. And obviously, I read it on two levels. First of all, I read it intuitively because, funny enough, it can be read easily intuitively, this deck, right? And then, uh, once I've done that, I read the little booklet and then I see what mythology it's part of, and then I learn about it. Now, it is a deck too that's a bit dark, I must admit, where the downside of it is that the masculine is not represented in the best way because the divine feminine disempowers the masculine, it seems, in this deck. But, I use it for myself, so that's fine. It's got my favorite full card ever in any deck. I really like it. I love the backs, Egyptian. Not fond of the yellow, but the gold is fine. Yeah, so it's a deck that really surprised me, and I could not be without it. It's a deck that at least once a month I read with. It's got to be part of my monthly card pool. Yes, another one, but this one is more American Indian, the Vision Quest Tarot by AGM. So this can be found easily. And I'm not at all into Native American once again, but I've noticed that when I'm a little bit shaken or oversensitive, I need to pick this deck because, excuse me, because it's gentle. It's very earthy in a gentle manner, but it opens up, and as you can see here, the High Priestess or the Medicine Woman, it opens up to other realms, to its power. It talks to my soul. It talks to my soul on an earthy level, but with a lightness. And I love lightness in life. I find life too heavy, too concrete, too dense. And I need that lightness. And this is what it brings my soul. It brings me lightness. I want to dance like that clown with all my guides, my power animal behind me. It's. I don't know if that's light, but to me it is. um, yeah. So that's another deck that I need in my life to keep things light and sunny. It does nourish my soul in a light way. Yes, that's what I could say. It brings light in my life. Now, the next one is another mass-produced, and it's the Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela and Joy Eakins. Now, I call it my female sauce. I do like the sauce tarot, but I never go for it. This one I do. First of all, I love the art. I was really surprised by it because I can read it intuitively, which I never thought I could. And then, same, once I read it, I go and grab the book and then I go into a whole new dimension, universe that is more linked to the tree of life. And okay. If you really look at the details. Now, I don't like the way this has been printed, and it's one of the decks that annoys me. I think it's too small. Of course, I had to trim it because there was the big copyright here, which it's a big no-no. But I have plans for this deck. This is one of my well, soul decks, obviously, because it's in the list. But oh my god, sorry, it's Sunday, guys. But it is annoying when one of your soul decks is not the format you'd like. I mean, look at this. Brother of Wind. I mean, you can feel the wind here. If you get into the card, it's like this turmoil of things and is in your mind like that sometimes. And yeah. Oh. So the minors are a little bit more what is called peepish, but there's still, there's still drawings around it, so it's not completely peeps. Yeah, beautiful deck, beautiful soul deck. This one is minimalist. I need to move. Oh, I'm shooting videos today. I need to move. So this one is very minimalist and is just. It's a fantastic little deck. It's the Orbifold Tarot. Now, I chose the mini version. Talking with Michael and Ola, I thought the mini version will be enough for me because I wanted to do maybe bigger spreads with it. I wasn't sure, so I thought I'll get the mini version. And honestly, it's like Michael saw the essence of all cards and just put it in a couple of minimalist essence drawings. That's how I could describe it. And believe me, I like my busy decks, but this is just something else to me. This talks directly above my understanding too sometimes. It's not a hard deck to read, although you got recognized, because once you understand this system with this brilliant sheet is done, it's very minimalistic little sheet too. So with that sheet that is done, you can read it without getting lost. It's based on the elements, the colors, the numbers, and believe me, in the spread, this is just something else. Yeah, it's like if you close your eyes, you close your third eye. Honestly, you do too. And you use another vision with this deck. That's how I can describe it. I know I don't have all the words today, but that's the backs. Wonderful tarot. This one I could not live without either, but that's not the point today. It's about soul decks. One that made the list lately and is pretty new to me because I sold a few tarot to be able to purchase two at least of them that involved quite a bit of fees. It's the Tarot of the Crown, the Dark Goddess Tarot too. I didn't know which one to present to you. I don't know why, because they're not the same decks at all. They're not, but they have a similar vibe. Maybe because it's from the same person. I don't know. So this one, once again, maybe the other one is more soul-like, but this one gets to the, how can I say that? Gets behind the material. It's difficult to describe what it does to me. Um, hmm. It takes me into another realm. It feels like somewhere that's here but not here. Um, it can be very dark, it can be heavy. It's got a bit of that Marielle in it, you see. um, I mean, mm, yeah. What I like too is that she based it on colors too. The colors are very important. Why she used a color on each of the cards. They were put on purpose. So to me, reading chakras, although I haven't read chakras with it yet, and I'm not sure I will, to me it's a bit not above because chakras are so important, but chakras are still energy, but they're still physical, right? I'm not sure this is a physical deck. As I said, to me, it's more towards the soul. So it's between this one and the Dark Goddess. But I chose this one. Well, I chose this one. But they could be together, honestly. Um, while talking about the Marielle, it's my next one. Oh, I had difficulty with this deck. I thought I just spent, that was an expensive deck, wasn't it? For mass published. Um, and I don't understand it and I'm lost with it. It took me 6 months to get it out of the box and really look at it. I watched video after video and I was completely lost with it. I understand some people probably gave up. I didn't. I carried on. And once again, I don't know why with the Crown one, to me it's got a similar vibe, although this one is a bit heavier. um, this goes to the depth of the soul that I was talking about, although this is beautiful, right? And it's lighter, but some cards are a lot more heavier. And it grounds me. It grounds me. I need grounding decks, you see, because soul doesn't mean up there. You see, my soul has got a lack of grounding, and that's why it talks to my soul, because it says to my soul, look at, ground the idea, or even go way down the earth to ground the idea, and then look at me and work with me. That's what I feel this deck is doing. So I've got soul decks to go way high, and I've got soul decks to go deep down in the earth, because I really need it to function. Because I have a tendency, to be up there. Which one jumped? The King of Swords. Oh, he's beautiful too. Yeah. And the last one, I think I've done them all. It's the Fifth Tarot by Martian and I'll get there. Teresina Bacons. Now I've met them in London, and this is the proof when the deck came out. And this is my spiritual deck. This is one that if I want an answer on a spiritual matter, and of course, once again, that encompasses the everyday life and up there, down there, everywhere. So this is why it's a soul deck, right? But it's got the lotus added, lotus suit. And I mean, yeah. The book is, I can't stop raving about the book. It's even better than the deck. I mean, the deck is already great, but the book is something that takes you somewhere, gives you suggestions to get over your issue. It's gentle, it's soft, extremely earthy, extremely spiritual. This is a deck I don't see enough of. And of course, I know a lot of new decks come out all the time, and we tend to play with the new ones because it's a new toy in a way. But at the same time, that's why I like doing these videos, because it brings you back to your essentials. And although I bought decks since, this is still a deck that I use often. And it's one I could work with all the time, for example, because it really talks to me. And it brings me new things, because recognizing yourself in the deck is not enough. It's got to take you further. The understanding of the soul, I'm sure, is so limited in our mind. It takes a lifetime, many lifetimes to understand what a soul is, if we ever do. But it's a glimpse of it. It's like 10 glimpses of what my soul resonates with. That's what I'm showing you. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I know that I do love when people show their tarot, and I like long videos where there's a lot of talk about the cards, not just showing the cards, but actually what they mean or what the particular thing about them is. So I hope to see you soon. Bye.